Yo, Inca, you want to come out here? And we're back with another PDL team builder and video, and you get the vibe. What's up? It's your boy Incog. This week, excuse me, on PDL action, your Backs to the Future are playing the Cleveland Charizards and Rezi. If you would like to skip the team builder, I'm sure I will have something on screen, or you can check the chapters in the description, but I'm going to spoil what happened in week 2 in 3, 1, 2. We won yet again. We had a bunch of disconnects happen, but we eventually got to the point where we played on Showdown, and as Potter finally showed us why it being a Terra Captain and an Uber when it should be just banned in general, it showed us its reasoning. This week we fight a very disgusting, dangerous team, a bunch of bulk, a bunch of offense, and a Regigigas on the side. Rezi has Dragapult, Gouging Fire, Terra Claude, Ogerpon, Wellspring, Terra Cresselia, Swampert, Excadrill, Regigigas, and Wigglytuff. The Clodsire and Cresselia share Terra Steel and Terra Fairy while maintaining their own individual stabs, with Clodsire having Ground and Cresselia having Psychic. This week, I'm pretty sure we're going to see Dragapult, Gouging, and probably like Ogerpon. I feel like those three are pretty automatic. Dragapult outpaces my team, Gouging Fire is dangerous against my team, and Ogerpon can absorb water moves from Urshifu and Azu. As far as the Terra Caps go, we could definitely still see Water Absorb Clodsire. We could also still see Unaware. And Cresselia, it should show up this week as Terra Fairy, honestly, or Terra Steel. I think Terra Fairy's better. Terra Psychic just puts you in a position where if you're not boosting, Darkrai can put you to sleep in two ways, or Pecharunt can be very annoying with its ghost typing. Otherwise, besides top 5, I could see Swampert just because I don't have a grass type, and all the Pokemon that get grass type moves, maybe it won't stay in front of. I could see Excadrill just because Mold Breaker into something like Levitate Electros is really good. I don't really see Regigigas here unless you're going to play the Protect sub game with me, and Wigglytuff is just mainly there to, like, I guess eat hits from Darkrai and Urshifu to an extent. I don't really know. When you have two great answers, I don't think it shows up either. First and foremost, let's go ahead and tell you what's not coming. We're still not bringing Morgrim. I think that was, you know, everybody could be disappointed by that, maybe, I don't know. We are for sure not bringing, as far as I know and read up on, Electros this week. Electros would have been dope, but couldn't find a set that really gelled with this team better than anything else, because the set we wanted to bring is kind of crazy, and I don't want to do anything too off the wall early in the season. And then Pecharunt. Funny enough, Pecharunt would have been number 7 on this list, but it is not showing up this week. With a Dragapult, an Excadrill, a Clodsire, and even a Swampert to that extent, and just a Cresselia, you have far too many mons that can beat the hell out of it, and if we can't get out of a situation that we need to get out of, or something outpaces us and kills us, or just lives our hit and kills us back, Pecharunt becomes a liability in some regards. But also, just because you have 160 defense does not mean those Earthquakes do not hurt. So we're going with top 6 this week. We're going to make it very easy on ourselves. First and foremost, what are we doing about these mons? Alright, so let's go ahead and go to our team builder here. Alright, so this week we have some very, very nice mons. Alright, usually I do this one, but I'm going to do this one just because I think it looks better, personally. So first off, we have Urshifu. Mystic Water Urshifu, to be specific. 252 attack, 48 defense, and 208 speed. Basically, Urshifu can Swords Dance on basically whatever's going to be switching out during a turn or two. That can be things like the Excadrill. That can be something like Swampert, just flip turning. That could also be something like, that's really it, like Wigglytuff, I guess. But if we're not expecting Wigglytuff, when are we going to get the opportunity to press SD? You never know. Basically, there are two ways this can go down. Number one, Surging Strikes does not get us burned by burning Bulwark no matter what, since it goes through the protection. That's amazing. Number 2. At +2, we can kill, I believe, Gouging Fire if it has no HP, no defense investment. And if it is Water Absorb Clodsire, Ice Punch can do a lot. And if it's Terra Steel, Drain Punch does a lot. If it is Water Absorb Terra Fairy, that's the only real set that would be like really bad for us, in my opinion. Otherwise, once we hit these mons for a lot of damage, it doesn't really matter. At +2, exactly on the dot, Ogerpon with no HP or defense investment, it does not kill us with a Wood Hammer, much less it doesn't kill us with Horn Leech to get back HP, and we kill it back with Drain Punch. That is very important. I did all these calcs for a reason, and Urshifu is disgusting. Regardless, this Pokemon does a lot of good work this week if we get off an SD. If we cannot get off an SD, that's fine. We can just do generally good damage against a lot of this team. Next is Big Sleep there, the Darkrai. Dark Pulse Trick, Sludge Bomb, Focus Blast. I don't think anyone's surprised to know they're running Scarf. Because of the way that Regigigas and Clodsire and Wigglytuff can still come to this game, we can trick one of them to Choice Scarf and be done with the entire situation as it is. We don't really need it as much as we like to keep it. We don't really need it as much. Dark Pulse Shimones this team by itself, while Sludge Bomb can do a lot of damage to something like the Terra Fairies, or just in general, good damage against something like Ogerpon. Focus Blast specifically is for Drill, as well as the Terra Steels, but I feel like more so that if Excadrill eats a Dark Pulse really well, we can calc if it's AV or not, because there's a chance it's AV Mold Breaker. Then we'll deal with it how we see fit, but we just gotta check damage first with Dark Pulse to really see where my opponent's head's at. Otherwise, this Pokemon does a lot of good damage this game. Next up, we got Maripede down there. Fortress. Fortress has the very great responsibility of making sure that we do not lose to the aforementioned, Excadrill. Volt Switch, Body Press, Rapid Spin, Stealth Rock. Basically, we're just gonna be body pressing. It does not ever kill Excadrill because of its high HP stat, despite being max defense and defense boosting nature. But we do a lot to it, which is very important. We have Rapid Spin because T-Spikes can go, Rocks will definitely be there, and regular Spikes are there. On Ogerpon, we got Clodsire, and you got like Drill and Wigglytuff and Swampert. So yeah, there's a lot of hazards. Clearing them would be really nice because there's no real, the real ghost type is Dragapult, yes, but if Dragapult's switching in, that's fine. I don't think it's going to be DD this week. I think it's going to be Choice Specs, in my opinion. I think that's a lot more scary for us this week. Just because it can Shimon my entire team. We can Volt Switch and everything besides Swampert. And I guess Drill and non-Terrid Clodsire. But we get off Rapid Spin, we put up our own rocks, which is very important this week. And we are 3-hit KO'd by like Earthquake, Adamant, Drill, I believe it is. Something like that. It's pretty good defensively here. And being able to body press generally this entire team is good, besides like obviously the Gouging Fire. If Gouging Fire is going to set up on our face and we get off a body press, we can check damage off of that, but I don't think we're going to stay in. I think we would just Volt Switch out into Darkrai on that DD and then go for Dark Pulse and see if we can get a flinch off. If we can't, it's all good. We have a team that can actually handle Gouging Fire for a little bit more time. We have Espatha right there. We're just running straight offensive. It's kind of a really fun set, but let me explain it. Terra Fighting, Energy Ball, Foul Plate, Lumina Crash, and Terra Blast. Basically, with the Life Orb and the investment that we have, we can Oko a ton of Mons. Foul Play is really good for Dragapult if it's physical this week. Even if it's not, while we don't have a singular chance to kill it in one shot, being able to outpace it with Speed Boost is really dope if we are in for more than a turn. But also, like, Foul Play is still really good to hit it with, and we can hit it with something else afterwards. Lumina Crash into a lot of these Mons and then using another move kills them. Lumina Crash in the Drill plus Terra Blast will kill it. Lumina Crash into Gouging Fire twice will always kill it. Energy Ball will just naturally kill a a Swampert no matter what, unless it's Rindo or like super like Spadef, which versus my team, I feel like it's gonna be Fizdef this week. I could try and explain that to you, but look at my team and look at his. Yeah, so we do a lot of damage with this. Honestly, I don't expect this to be the sweeper this week, but it could definitely do a lot of good things this week. So we have Espathra, Life Orb, Speed Boost, you get it. For our last two Pokemon, we have Azu and Gliscor. Azu is Lumberry, knockoff Liquidation, player of Superpower. We were originally AV for Polt, but at this point we're like, well, we're gonna get burned anyway if it's like Hex Will-O-Wisp, so we might as well just say fuck it, we ball. We eat our Lumberry after getting burned, and we play rough and one-shot it. Superpower is good for the Terra Steels because we need something to hit those with. Liquidation can OHKO Drill. Knockoff does a lot of damage in general. And if we keep our Lumberry for a long time, burning Bulwark doesn't matter. Getting poisoned really doesn't matter as much, but we do a Fortress, of course. So just general 4 moves. 228 attack ensures that we do kill the Polt no matter what with Play Rough, unless it's like super defensive or like it's Roselli Berry with no HP or defense investment. And while we normally would have been walled off by Clodsire, at very minimum, if it's not Water Absorb, we can hit it with Liquidation. If it is Water Absorb, it happens to be Terra Steel Superpower is there. If it's Terra Fairy, it is what it is. Can't really do too much against Terra Fairy Water Absorb, unfortunately, because that's a really good bring this week. Lastly, we have Gliscor, which is super defensive. We're leftovers and Poison Heal. We don't really need Hyper Cutter this week, in my honest opinion. There's nothing that intimidates us, and more than likely, nothing that's going to have something to lower our attack, if I'm being honest, because nothing gets Parting Shot or anything like that. So yeah, this is basically a soft check to Gouging Fire. It's a 1.6 chance to OHKO to a 3 KOS with Heat Crash or Flare Blitz or whatever it is. Taunt, Earthquake, Toxic, and Knockoff originally were sub, but we don't really know when we're going to be able to use that, so we're not doing that. Earthquake does a lot to this team, or at least does a good chunk. Toxic's really good into Cresselia, and Clodsire when it Terras, if it's not Terra Steel. And Knockoff's really good for knocking off items, of course. Taunt is mostly there for Cress, because it can be a setup sweeper this game and be very annoying. And like I said, it's a really good check to Gouging Fire if it's not boosting. If it's starting to boost, then we have to be very careful, but otherwise, we're fine. But yeah, that 44 speed, I'm pretty sure is for like something. I don't remember actually. Let me click on that just so I can see it. Hold on. I guess for like no speed, at least to me, what I can tell, that looks like no speed Regigigas, but then like there's no other base 100, so I'm kind of confused in all honesty. But also it could just be like if Cresselia is like technically trying to creep Gliscor, I guess. I don't know. I don't really care for the speed too much, for being honest. Because I know 236 is base 100 before, right? 236? Is that correct? It might not be, I don't know. I don't really care. If you know in the comments, let me know. Because I'm gonna be honest, I made this team. I've made as this team this entire week, and we're fighting on Sunday, so very much a very good build, but I definitely had different things in mind for this matchup. Regardless, that's gonna do it for the team builder. Let's get right into the battle against Rezi and their Cleveland. All right, everybody, we're going to be fighting Rezi and their team today. So this is going to be an interesting one, no doubt. I'm also on call with some friends, but they can't hear me because I can't hear them. So we're going to go ahead and get started here, and let's go ahead and make sure we already wished our opponent a GLHF. Let's see what mons they bring. Let's see what we can get accomplished today. All right. Do we see everything we expected? Yeah, we do, but we do not see Clodsire. That's amazing. But we do see Terra Crest, Gouging, Dragapult, Pert, Drill, and Cresselia. Okay, awesome. So I was discussing this with myself about what I was going to lead, And I feel like they think I'm going to lead Fortress, so they might lead Gouging, or they might just lead Swampert and try and get a Brox. I'm not too, like, nothing is telling me not to lead Urshifu. Like, nothing on this team wants to be in front of Urshifu for very long, besides, like, Dragapult, I guess. So I could just SD, honestly, and be done with the entire thing. Or we could lead with the Espathra and just go for shit and do what we gotta do. So I'm thinking we lead off with Urshifu, because against something like Swampert, once we're at +2, if it is max like Fizdef, I mean, Surging Strike still has a funny chance to kill. If it's just max HP, no like defensive nature, then at +2 it'll die. So I think we're just gonna go with that instead of Espathra here. GLHF to Rezi and their Cleveland Charizards. Let's try and give ourselves a good game here with them. And yeah, so this is an interesting one because I was really unsure about this lead for a long time. So I'm glad I got to lead it. But we'll see how this goes. If it's Dragon Ball first, then fine. I feel like it's Gouging Fredward. That is the Gouging Fire, as I mentioned. This would be the Mon to lead against Fortress led offense. If this is Ogerpon switching in, it won't kill us with Horn Leech. We can Drain Punch it back. So that's really nice. Just for reference. I'm glad I called that. I guess I could have like done something about this, but not really, honestly. We are going to SD in its face. Does it D-Dance? What does it go for? We're going to see here. It is going to just Dragon Dance, which is fine. Gouging Fire. Scale Shot won't kill us. Will Outrage kill us? I don't think Earthquake will, though, so that's good. String Strikes will kill this. At +1, Outrage will not kill us unless it is like Adamant. And we did not see boosters, so we're fine here. We're just going to go for our Surging Strikes here and go ahead and get this thing out. It is going to Outrage. 88% is the maximum and 75 is the minimum. Yep. That looks like 271 right there. Yeah, so it does like a middling kind of lower end hit, which is fine. So we are going to kill Fredward and get our first kill with Urshifu. Let's go. So it's a good thing that we did not lead Fortress, or that we kind of predicted that this would happen. That takes out one threat, which is really nice. Ogerpon could be the Pokemon to come in here and go for Trailblaze, if they truly want to do that. Megumi, that is the Dragapult. That's fine. Dragapult. We can find out if it's specs if we switch into something else, because I can still use this Pokemon for things like the Cresselia. Drain Punch can still get back health on many of the Mons too. So we are going to switch out. Azu's a really good way to figure out if this is specs or not. Let me see. Yeah, because Shadow Ball does 157 to 186 if it's specs. And if I get burned, I'll just eat my berry and be fine. So we're going to switch out here. And like, they can switch out when you go for knockoff, obviously, which would be dope. So yeah, we're going to go into Azu. It's going to be Shadow Ball here. We are going to see 341 down to 154. Okay. That is 187. That is specs, but modest. Okay. Modest specs is not too great for us. Okay. That's not fun. That's fine though, given that... No, that's fine. That should be fine. Because that means Darkrai eats any one hit and we can like double out again. We could have gone Darkrai there, but I was honestly thinking that it would have been worse off for us. Gliscor can't eat 2. Azu already ate 1. And do I need Azu anymore, really? Not really. Azu would be nice to have, but it's not like I really need it for real. So it's fine. We are just going to go for the knock in case we live somehow. I think this is a kill, though, for them, which is fine. Definitely going to lose Azu there. Yep, there it is. Okay, so now we have a free switch into Darkrai, and we can go ahead and scout if they are specs, which it seems like they are. I don't think there's another calc I'm missing on that one. Nothing really wants to take a Dark Pulse. Cresselia, Swampert, Excadrill. If Excadrill is like Assault Vest, like we mentioned, that could be dangerous, I guess. We could go into Espathra and start shimmying, but that doesn't really need to happen right now. If I go into Vampiric, then what's our play? Is it to get off a Toxic or a knockoff? Or do I go back into Urshifu, calling out something coming in? I think we go back into Urshifu, because like, yeah, I think we just go back into Urshifu. And we start trying to get back health. Okay, we switched out first. I think he might know that we're Scarf off of that. I'm not too sure. We could have just gone for the kill, but I think they switch out here no matter what. Yeah, awesome. I don't know if they're going to be paying attention to any of that, but we'll see. We are going to see the hand. I'm going to assume that is Ogerpon? Swampert. Okay, that's fine. We are just going to go for our Drain Punch here. I feel no sort of obligation to go for something else, in my opinion. Just because Earthquake will kill us, Flip Turn won't, Knockoff won't. They should just go for straight up Earthquake or go for something else. I am going to go for my Drain Punch 1 second. Yeah, because we still got to get a little bit of health. If it's like max Fizz Def. I just don't want Ogerpon coming in for free. That is not Fizz Def. That is literally the Spidef set we were kind of thinking it could be. Which is good. So we are going to see the Flip Turn. Okay, awesome. Does 50 HP to us. As far as I could see. So it has some amount of investment. I don't know how much, but that's definitely like Spidef. Or like mainly Spidef. Gucci Mane. I forgot what that is. That should be, yeah, this Cresselia. Okay, awesome. I'm just going to go for Surging Strikes. I don't feel any which way about this. I don't need to set up. I can just start hitting him for the cycle, and we're going to see what he opts to do. He is going to Terra here, which is fine. I think there's going to be an end game where Darkrai wins, which is just great for us yet again. It is going to be Terra Fairy, which is good. Just for our readings there. All my friends are playing this game where they're naming the Mons. We are going to go for Surging Strikes. 1. Okay, that is Fizz Def. That is good to know. Which, I mean, we could have guessed, I guess, but, you know, you never know with these things. Yeah, that's probably about where we wanted that. This should kill Urshifu here. Yeah, Urshifu's gonna die, which is fine. I don't think we needed to give this up necessarily, but given my team structure, I don't know if we had something else to go into here, if I'm being honest with you. It is lefties. So, assuming that this is max Fizz Def, lefties, and Terra Fairy. Does Sludge Bomb kill? Sludge Bomb does not do enough, I'll tell you that. Moonblast will do a lot to us though, which is fine. Honestly, you might be able to get off our shit right now. So I'm gonna go into Vampiric and see what we can do. This is Gliscor. We're gonna go for Toxic here. They should have Lunar Blessing, I imagine. I should just taunt, right? Yeah, because I don't want to give you any amount of boosting ability. If it has Ice Beam, I'm pretty sure it'll just do a chunk, if not just straight up outright kill us. It won't kill us, that's good. So we are going for taunt here on whatever's coming in. This should be, let's see, Extra Drill, that's fine. So we do get off our taunt here, which is good. And we did predict correctly that this was the aforementioned set, the Mold Breaker set. So now he can't SD in front of us, which is good. Ironhead does 28.9 at max. I don't know what this thing really gets, if I'm being honest with you. We're gonna go for knockoff here, of course, because yep, Ironhead's popping out. 264. We are gonna pop the balloon. 52 minus 264. That is, I think, 88. Yeah. So that's a roll for a max basically. Okay, that's good to know. Mold Breaker. No balloon anymore. Earthquake should kill all the time. I could just go for straight up Toxic here if I'm crazy, just to catch Cresselia coming back in. I think we just go for another knockoff, I would say. Unless he's willing to lose this. I don't know. I'm going to go for Earthquake. I think he's willing to lose this, yeah. 195. That's a flinch. It's all good. We shouldn't lose to this either way. Could have gone into Fortress here, honestly, and been fine. But because there's Dragapult still here, that's not going to be great for us. We're going to Earthquake here. If he goes for Rocks, it's fine. He just goes for Ironhead again. 217 down to 120. No flinch. We do pick up the kill on Extra Drill, I'm pretty sure. Awesome. Alright, there we go. So this could be Ogerpon, this could be, it could literally be anything that wants to switch in here, if I'm being honest with you. And I don't like that confirmation there. Gerpon, that is Ogerpon, that is going to be there. Yeah, not too fond of this Pokemon right now, but I do have Meropede for a reason, which is good. No doubt there. So we'll see how we go about this. This is Ogerpon, Wellspring. Is this gonna SD? It's gonna IV Cudgel, Raw. Yup, about 117. So that is like just jolly standard. Body press will do a lot, honestly. I kind of want to put up rocks. I also want to volt switch, but I don't think Swampert's coming in ever. If I go for volt switch, I have to go into Darkrai, unfortunately. And Darkrai can kill this, but or it can't kill it. Volt switch doesn't do enough for us to really know, so we're gonna volt switch here. Should just go for knockoff. That's fine. 227 down to 153. Get off a little damage there. Honestly, we could go into Espathra and see what we're about. See, prove our metal. Because Cudgel isn't gonna. I don't want to say anything out loud no more. Knockoff. Reterra fighting. It won't do a lot. How do I want to go about this, Avery? How do you want to go about this? Because if I do what I think I want to do, we should be fine, and then Darkrai can clean up. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do what I think I should be doing, which is this. I'm going to Lumina Crash because that'll get us a 2-hit KO basically. I'm hoping he just went for knockoff here, not expecting me to go Terra Psychic. If he goes for Ivy Cudgel, it does a lot. Power Whip does a lot, but honestly, we're just hoping to God nothing bad happens here. So he should be fine. We're going to go for Lumina Crash. That is adamant. That is very adamant. Ooh, I don't like that. It U-turned. That's fine. That's actually better for us. That's actually way better for us than I could have realized. That's adamant though, right? No, that's like not max speed. That's just not max speed. That's good to know. That's good to know. That's very good to know. We are going to see the Cresselia come back in. It could be Thunder Wave. I'm not really in the mood to care about that right now. I think Lumina crashing it down is good too. It could just go for Moonblast because we are obviously a fighting type. This is Cresselia. Terra Fairy. Moonblast does 246 to 290. We will likely die to that. Lumina Crash will do a little bit. We could just go back into Meropede and eat the Moonblast no matter what. I think we need damage on this. And I think we have to clean up with Darkrai. I think Darkrai is the cleanup crew right now. Because Ogerpon has a little bit, it has a good chunk of damage on it. Swampert's pretty low. And thinking about it, can we win the game with what we have? Vampiric, it'll have to be a sack fly for something else. I think we would have to sack in front of Swampert, if I'm being honest with you. But I think we made our decision right now. Let's just go for Lumina Crash. Not the greatest play here, I understand, but I think I understand the philosophy of where this is going. At -2, how much does Darkrai do to this? If we don't die, that'd be dope. We do die though. Okay, -2. Okay, Sludge Bomb kills, which is good. It doesn't do a lot to Pert though, so we're gonna have to play that sack race game that I'd hate playing a lot. Which is fine. We could go for the trick here, but I think I need my I need everything that I have currently, so we're gonna have to play that game. We're gonna go for the Sludge Bomb here. Yep, that's gonna die. Amazing. He should be going into Swampert. I don't think you go into Ogerpon in front of this ever. I think you go into Swampert or Polt. I guess Polt would be better, honestly, but since that's there, we can now start spamming Dark Pulse. With Ogerpon still in the way, though, how do we do? The hand, I forgot what that is. That should be Pert. Yeah. Dark Pulse does a lot, so I don't know. We'll see. Dark Pulse should be able to pick up the kill on that. Swampert being max HP is what I'm guessing here. I'm gonna boldly assume that it's like Spadef and like max HP. Calm Nate? No, Careful Nature, Avery. With a Sludge Bomb, it does a 9.6 to 11.3. it's either going to go for water move or ground move at this point, and I feel like I can go into Vampiric and be fine with that, honestly. Because there's the sack race now. We have to get, well, actually, it's not really a sack race. We have to get locked back into Dark Pulse, basically, instead of Sludge Bomb. This is going to flip turn, obviously. Yep, almost kills us. That's fine. If this is Trailblaze, then that could be interesting, but I don't think it is. I guess I could have stayed in just to see what he did and then go for poisoning, but I don't know. Yeah, Ogerpon comes back in. This should just kill us outright, I feel like. Though, this thing is slow, so I don't know what it's going to do. It could Horn Leech. It could no, we should be able to kill that, unless it Horn Leech. Horn Leech won't give it back too much health. I'm going to go for Toxic here, honestly. Just because, in that case, I think this should be killing us, though. I liked our lead. I don't like the rest of our plays, and that to me screams. That's dead. Gliscor and Ogerpon, which is fine. It allows us to go back into Darkrai and start hitting button. I don't know if it's really Spadef. I honestly don't know, and we're gonna find out together here, chat room. I'm talking more so about the what is that, Avery? The Swampert. So this is our moment. Let's go. Let's get her done. If it's a U-turn on us, it won't kill us. I'm pretty sure, because we have a lot of HP on a Pokemon that doesn't normally have it. Let me just see. Cudgel won't kill. Power Whip won't kill. Awesome. We can pick up the kill there. It's a crit. Did that matter? I don't know the HP percentage to know that information right now. But hey, did a lot, and that's good. We probably need like 2 flinches, I imagine, since it seems like he's going to this, so it might be Spadef, if I'm being honest. But I don't know. We're just going to go for it here on this play. We're going to check damage. That's offensive, but we got the flinch. I would feel bad that is leftovers. I would feel bad, but honestly, I need all the luck I can get, I guess. Maybe it'll kill, maybe it won't. It does pick up the kill. I think that's another Gliscor another Darkrai victory on our end. Hold on. Is that another Darkrai victory? Does Dragapult just end up coping and seething and molding? I think it does, unless it's Colbur. Then that would be a crazy find out right now if it was Colbur. You understand that? That'd be a crazy find. It is not Colbur. Our Scarf Darkrai wins us the game. Another W in the PDL. Obviously that flinch helped out a lot, but I don't think it mattered as much unless he was like fighting move. Which at that point then it definitely mattered, but I won't find out until I ask. But that's GG's to Rezi and their Cleveland Charizards. You know what they say? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I guess Darkrai's just gonna keep doing Darkrai things. I think we could have played this game a lot better, however. I do not think I played the best, humbly speaking here. But I think I made the plays I had to make. I feel like going straight into Fortress on certain things would have been better. Perhaps having a Steel move on that would have been better for Cresselia being Terra Fairy. Espather did what it had to do. It supported the team as it did, and that's very important. Gliscor did what it had to do. I feel like our knockoff into that drill was good. I hate that we got flinched, but they also got flinched, so I mean, I guess it worked itself out there. But regardless, that's going to be GG's from us. Next week, we play Skippy. STH Kippy. Skippy. I'm pretty sure it's just pronounced Skippy. They are the person who is in charge of the league, I'm pretty sure. They are the Steel City Surge. Hell yeah, man. Skippy has a really interesting team. A team that I would probably draft once or twice in my life. Like no kizzy, no cap, if you will. Besides me being corny. They have Terra Annihilate, which has Ghostfire and Fairy. Greninja, Garchomp, Scizor, Primarina, Toxtricity, Espeon, Avalugg, Terra Honchkrow, Flying Dark and Fighting, and Area Dose, not Area Zero. Corny jokes aside, they have a very interesting and scary team. They were the ones who sniped Scizor and Primarina from us, as well as just having a really good balanced team. With the Greninja Annihilate, Garchomp, Scizor, Primarina, like stacked 5, it's very easy to see if there's something that we'll miss this week, if I'm being honest, but we'll see how it goes. GG once again to Rezi and their Cleveland Charizards. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys like this, leave a like, comment, subscribe. And for me here, good night. Oh, and check out the other PDL coaches. But good night.